Hey, this is a delightful update. 343 decided to update Halo Infinite for August, and this is all coming next week. I guess they just had some extra time on their hands and are focusing on top community requests, right? So firstly, they're showing off this map. This is named Dredge. It's a Forge map coming next week. It's pretty much inspired from Halo Reach's popular map, Countdown. And yeah, looking forward to playing that. That looks pretty good. But this is actually hilarious. So this kind of ties into this narrative that I've seen recently that Halo Infinite is kind of having a comeback. And I would say that Halo Infinite is finally shining the way that it was supposed to. And it all ties in kind of with this in a way. They said after cracking open the code for Pelican vehicle deliveries in Big Team Battle, we found a few different systems that use specific markers that worked together to deliver vehicles. While predictable, the outcome was not quite as the consistent symmetrical vehicle drops that Halo fans typically prefer. To bring the Pelican deliveries closer in line with those expectations, we've improved the system to deliver the same vehicles on both sides of the map in the same wave. Ladies and gentlemen, it finally freaking happened. Oh my god, this has been a massive complaint, a pain point since day one, that vehicle, one side, is so close, and then one side we get the Scorpion, and then the other side we get a Ghost. I am so surprised it took them so long, and let me tell you why. It's because they probably hired Phil, a contractor, to write the freaking Pelican code years ago, and they had to reverse engineer the code to figure out how to edit it. And so this is why I think that they should hire more employees. And last time we heard that they're actually hiring 2 people, but I don't, that's hardly going to make a huge difference. So seriously, I feel a little bit heartbroken that Microsoft won the Activision buyout. That means that Halo is just amongst many other popular game franchises. And I just don't know if it's going to get the finance and love and focus that it really needs to for a comeback. Phil Spencer, you said it yourself. If we lose our way with Halo, we lose our way with Xbox. You're losing your way with both right now, all right? But anyways, they say, please note, due to different Pelican flight paths, there may be a difference in the exact timings of deliveries. Son of a... So even though they figured out how to do this, they, one side might get the tank early than the other, but at least they're coming with the same vehicle. So this I found so frustrating, but there's actually this narrative that's been going on about how Halo Infinite is so back, baby, even though the population is still a bit down right now and interest is generally a little bit low. I mean, Infection was really cool, but you can't really do much with it because custom game options is still freaking broken. But the squad battle playlist, they say, debuted in 2023, offers a happy medium between the chaotic 12v12 big team battle matches and the much less forgiving arena. So what's so cool about this is that they brought back classic maps, and the maps start with the freaking vehicles. This is what people wanted to see. They don't want to run around the map and wait for certain spawns. It's really fun when the vehicle locations are predictable, because that's what makes an arena. I don't know what 343's obsession is, honestly, with making everything fly in. I mean, honestly, Pelican drops are cool, but that should be a bonus, extra thing that's random and kind of changes up each match, not dependent on where you are in the map and you just get lucky, right? I don't like this drop system and the way that it's so dependent on who wins, or it's ridiculous, and that they couldn't even change it for 2 years. I mean, it really goes to show on how this game is probably spaghetti code, right? But with that being said, they're finally opening it up. They're finally cracking the code. They say cracking open the code, but I think it's honestly that they cracked the code because they didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know how to change it, which is mind-boggling if true. I mean, I can't imagine another explanation on why it took them almost 2 years to fix day 2, day 3 complaint that everyone was pretty much agreeing with, even them, right? It broke the game. But yeah, they have some BTB fire team improvements. Here are more day 1 changes finally coming in. That means during the intro camera sequences at the start of each game, the lineup with all the 4 Spartans will actually prioritize showing members of your fire team. So people in your squad or your fire team will actually be the people you're with. Now big team matches will prioritize placing those members of your fire team in groups of 4, so that should have come years ago, but at least it is here. And so they talk about extermination and Yeah, there's some updates about I guess the medals there, but what we really want to focus on is a big update here. Starting next week, after you've fallen in combat, you'll be able to rotate your death cam to look around while spectating teammates. Much like, well, pretty much like in every single other Halo title. We expect this extra bit of freedom to encourage players to even better, to increase teamwork and improve communication. It's true. I mean, that's actually going to change. You know, you can actually help your teammates tell someone that there's someone running around behind them, you know. They're actually updating water plane forges, so they're going to be more dynamic. This new water object will actually react to players, vehicles, and projectiles just like it would on any of our dev maps. So this is good. It still looks like a really cheap texture, but now it's got particles slapped onto it. And here's the thing that I really want to just express. I know you've probably heard it a million times before, but it's so true that Halo Infinite has so much potential. It really does feel like an updated Halo 3, right? And with these elements that are already here, just put in the right way, and 343 is not trying to put an extra spin on it, it really does come to life, and it's really fun. That's why I was so excited about Forge and custom games, but now that they got it in matchmaking, it's actually fun. When the Scorpion and the Wraith spawn at the bases in the beginning of the game, you know where they're going to spawn. It changes everything. It makes it an arena game anymore, not a, you know, just a random game anymore, you know? Everything's predictable in a way, almost. Anyway, there's some quality of life, so they've updated the Forge menus, and they're also working on personal AI voice resetting, bringing slide back with Season 3 behavior, multiple observer and theater bugs, and stability improvements for all platforms. This is good stuff. So, is Halo Infinite making a comeback? I think that it does feel really good to have classic, you know, maps kind of return in the form of Forge, but still nonetheless look amazing like Valhalla. This is really good stuff. I love volleyball IRL, so someone actually made volleyball, which I thought was really cool, and I wanted to show you guys this. That is just really impressive script. So credits to that guy. I'm not quite sure who did this, but this is a finished game mode apparently, so I need to find the name of this. But anyway, Rejected Shotgun's working on something really cool. He's making a RTS Halo 3 mod. I'm not sure if he's actually going to finish this to completion, but it's just a really cool like concept, I guess. I loved Halo Wars so much, and to see Halo 3 turn into an RTS game is bizarre and surreal and hilarious. It's amazing. I mean, look at this. This is he's telling. Oh, you can actually jump into the RTS too, which some RTSs offer. But this is, you know, you can vehicle drops. You can do ODST drops. The ODST drops are just absolutely, actually pretty amazing. Yeah, they just jump in. They do the little steam out, and then the front end flies off. I mean, this is just so cool. Playing with Halo Sandbox, and then of course we have Season 5 to look forward to, and that comes to actually a pretty important issue that I really want to get to is where is the roadmap 343? No one's really talking about the roadmap. Perhaps a lot of people have just lost interest in Halo Infinite. I think a lot of people are willing to reinstall it. It is free after all, so we need to see a roadmap now. We know that campaign AI are coming to Forge, and that you're going to be able to tell your own scripted stories and sequences, which is going to be pretty insane for, Forge, right? So I'm really excited about the future of this game. I still think it has tons of potential, but for now, I guess that's just what we got right now to be excited for. I'll see you guys in the next one soon. Peace.